Did you know that the tolith worm was crushed to make red and or purple dyes? That Gethsemane means oil press, and that Jesus was in the book of Psalms? Psalms 22:6. Never doubt the worm. Let's press on with Let's Blending. I kind of wish that the scenes would have their own individual screen position so I don't have to keep scrolling around. Scrolling around. Anyway, currently, this'll work. Get over there. This here has most of everything parented to it. Except, of course, for the quick bar, which should be in everything. Now, I have an animation. It's 2 frames. This is frame 0, and then there's a frame 1. And you can actually use Boolean properties for the animation frame property. For here I have basically an always that does the inventory move action with the property AnyBoo, which is a Boolean animation property. And you can do that. I tried and it worked. Basically, false is frame 0 and true is frame 1. I have a keyboard sensor with the E key that toggles the AnyBoo property. Yeah, I know, that's not the greatest name for a property, but I'm not saying it's not the greatest name for the property, but it's the greatest name for the property. See if you can figure that one out. And we have 2 property sensors, one for true, one for false. And one of them resumes our current placing, the other one suspends our current placing. So false is down and true is up. Like a light switch. Basically, when we go to the title screen, start the game, we have our heads-up display. With our 3 stats, it's probably going to be energy, health, and food. And we have our quick bar. And our mouse pretty much just stuck, being a mouse. Stuck in the center for the mouse look. And we can look all around this horrible, horrible skybox that's just placed there to look good. That's actually the stone texture with a object color. Hooray. Press E, and our inventory appears. Wow. Except when we go all the way up there, which is outside the camera. Grab things and place them. Still. Oh good. It works. It really works. And put things down in our quick bar. And down here I'll probably have time and date and money. But we press E, and we're back. Press E, and we have an inventory. Now the reason why I put the heads-up display and the inventory scene together, 1, to reduce the amount of scenes, and 2, so that I don't have to link everything from the inventory scene to the heads-up display, which is redundant. It's just so horribly. Redundant. Yes, that's redundant. R-E-D-U-M-B-D-A-N-T. I coined that word. And that's pretty much how it works. Now, the great thing about the overlay scenes is that they're usually the last in the scene list. And if I only have 3 scenes in the scene list, 0 is our background, 1 is the current, and 2 is the overlay. What I am going to do is when you open a chest, I'm going to set it up to where our inventory comes down, and we'll have extra blocks coming here from the chest. Rather than creating multiple different inventories, I'm going to have just one big inventory and have the chests be from such and such inventory position to another inventory position. Because it's easier that way, otherwise I'd have to have a property on everything for which inventory it goes to, and the index of that inventory. Now I just have to have an index number. But what I might do is have another animation. When you mouse over this area, it swaps over to your storage area, and vice versa if the storage is open. And then have a global variable to tell whether or not the storage is open. And that way I don't have to call the scene, call an object on the scene, change a property on there, and it'll give me more space. And then I can have the character here and have it to where you can equip the character with different clothing. Currently there's only going to be 2 clothing slots, one for the body and one for the legs, because I'm going to have the object, the pants and the shirt are going to be separate objects from the character themselves, because I can't do the whole change texture thing, and for all the different object types I'd have to have several dozen copies of each character, and there's already 16 different looks for the character, 4 races, 2 genders, 1 alternate, which pretty much makes 16 different looks for the character altogether. But I'll be able to change the character's object color, so you'll have a different fur color, and there would probably be 10 different fur colors, and that'd be 160 different looks for the character, not including clothing and or armor. I'm probably going to make it armor, but I'm going to start the player off with like cloth armor so that they have some clothing. Wrong window. Okay. Okay, I'm going to create a color animation for the sky. Also, the left and right arrow buttons on your keyboard can move by one frame. And next time I'll run the animation and I'll turn it, well, I'll make the sky animate so that you have a nice day and night cycle. Then I'll show you how to animate the sun lamp.